I hope everybody's okay. This is a lesson about designing and how to avoid something called design fixation. It's a bit of a gripe with us technology teachers because often we can give you a design task. It can be anything, and all your designs look the same. So that does affect your marks later on. If you do a GCSE with us and you have to put design ideas in and they're all the same, you will be down on your marks. So if we can address that problem now, then that could save us time later on having to redo things. Okay, so I've got a task for you to do at the end of this this input, where you're doing some drawings that could last maybe 2-3 lessons, and then you're getting back to me whichever way is easiest for you. Okay, the problem that we've got with this design is they all look the same, right? And as you can see where I've labelled it, all the bases are just block-like. Not much imagination got into them, just different shapes of block, really. There's no annotation on them, there's no detail. Also, the uprights for these designs, they could be for a trophy or something like that. They're all very similar. The only difference is you've got one upright there and you've got two there. There's a little bit of rendering, so that could be saying it's a different material, but it's not telling me either. So it's a bit of a guess. These are basic designs that at GCSE would probably put them in the lower mark band, and that's what we don't want. So let's look how we can go about improving from a specification and a brief that you're given your design ideas. So what I tend to do is, if I was doing this lesson at school, I would draw those shapes on the board, and then I would start constructing my design from those basic shapes. And as you can see, I've arrowed them up, so I've got picked the circle, so I've got it as a base on the right hand drawing, and then I've got it such as like the plaque on the left hand drawing. So on the right hand drawing it's the base, on the left hand drawing it's the plaque. And it's the same with the triangles as well. So it's on the base on the left hand side, and it could be engraved with something. There's 3 triangles there, different shapes. And that is building up different ideas, different design ideas, rather than having that fixation of it's got to have a block at the bottom and it's got to be made out of wood always at the bottom. Okay, so this is what we're trying to move on from. So on this slide, there's a lot of information. This is one of Mr. Scarsbrook's slides that I've borrowed, and it has got it's for a speaker, and he's got all sorts of stuff on it. On the right hand side, he's got a specification. Okay, I'm not going to give you a specification today as such, yeah, but these are points that a product must have and do. So we know that from year 7, we've been doing that through with bird feeders and all the different projects that we've done. And he's got annotation saying how it's going to be manufactured, materials, and anything that's little detailed. So if you could just see my cursor swirling around, he's done like a pop out, and then you can zoom in on something to say how it would all go together. So that's a really good way of getting good marks and like developing your ideas on. Okay, so we're looking for materials, we're looking for sizes. We've done about recycled materials and sustainability. So it's how it all fits together is important as well, and that would be ideal from those little pop-out things. Add your rendering or colour, that would be helpful as well. That really sets it apart. And I'm leaving the brief wide open. This is basically a GCSE brief. It'll be very similar for the year 10s going into year 11 next year, and it is to encourage a healthy lifestyle. So I don't want to just see standard sports trophies. I want to see something quite imaginative. I'm thinking along the lines of medals, maybe in boxes, sprockets for bikes if it's for a biking award, anything like that. Okay, so try to avoid that design fixation, yeah, and just let your minds wander with it. There's no wrong answers on this. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see what you come up with. All right, so any questions, email me, and I hope it's a bit of an enjoyable task. Okay, take care, bye.